Good morning, everybody. It's Positive Tuesday today, November 22nd, 2022. Joining us on on today's show is one of my punk kids making her second appearance on the show, my very precocious 14-year-old daughter, Rallye. But first, for Barron County Sheriff Chris Fitzgerald, I'm Ben Dryden, and you're watching Positive Tuesday with Ben and Fitzy, presented by Professional Exteriors and Interiors. With nearly 20 years of experience, this locally owned and operated business provides quality work both on the inside and on the outside of your home or business. Like Fitzy and I, they believe that it's the little things that make a big difference, so give them a call today, 715-520-2271. Oh man, I'm getting some reverb there. Also, Positive Tuesday is also brought to you in part by the Wisconsin Lakes team. It's still a great time to buy or sell a home, and when you do, we recommend our friends from the Lakes team. Anyone can say that they're an agent, but not everyone treats their clients as they would like to be treated. And that's what Aaron and Katie do. You can find out more by visiting them at lakesteamwi.com. Also supporting the show are our friends at Industrial Safety. We all know that Industrial Safety sells and services practically everything that goes into a fire station and on a firefighter, but they also provide kitchen suppression system maintenance, inspections, and installs. For more information about this service and to see a list of all of their available services, visit their website at industrialsafetystore.com. Jeepers, there you go. Fitzy, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Fantastic.
Awesome.
I thought so too. And I don't know why I don't know if anybody else can hear that. So that's a little annoying.
It is.
So there's a little. Oh. All right. So yeah, Rally's in the other room. So it's like somehow picking up. I guess I just won't be talking much on the show.
There you go. Finally, we'll have a good show.
That'll be a good show for everybody. Everybody wins in that scenario.
Yeah.
All right. So Fitzy, how are you?
I'm awesome. Yeah.
What's positive going on in your life?
Positive, just very thankful for this week, and going to do some traveling over the weekend and going to watch some hockey, and that's about it. That's what I got going on. Not a very uneventful opening deer hunting in Barron County. As far as press releases, you're going to get one in just a little bit about a sex offender being released, and that's probably a topic for another day because I'm not very happy about it. So.
Okay, we'll have to put a pin in that one until next week.
Well, we can talk about it this week, but it's not very thankful.
Yeah, okay. And we'll wait until we actually get the press release.
Yeah.
And then it'll give us something to talk about. Good morning, Gay and Shani and Renee. Oh, see, man. I'm sorry, that reverb, that's really driving me crazy. So Shani Anderson says hi, Rallye.
Hi.
Yeah. So Rallye, obviously you were on before, and I want to get to like the library stuff and being in high school and talk about drugs, right?
Don't do them.
Yeah, apparently they're bad. But what's positive going on in your life, Rallye?
Right now, I'd say the most positive thing is probably Thanksgiving break, because I don't know, it's been filled with a lot of family and friend activities that I've been getting to do. Like today, I'm gonna bake with my grandma. I'm doing this show. I'm gonna go to an event at the Lakeland Family Resource Center.
Speaking of grandma,
City.
She says good morning. Oh, wait, she's picking you up today? What's going on?
Yeah.
Keep up with your kids.
I don't know. I just do whatever Drusha tells me, because it's nice to have Rallye on because she can attest to this. Because Drusha is, she bosses me around, and she's all the time. She's like, when are you gonna shower? I'm like, it was like 2 weeks ago. Jeepers, what's the problem? So,
oh my goodness,
she's a bossy lady.
You don't have to laugh at his jokes. We don't anymore, right now.
So, okay, because she's not, apparently, like, schools, what they're thankful for are kids not there.
Teachers are off.
Right, so, the kids are stuck at home. Yeah. I'm sorry, Rallye.
That's okay. It was that's just my positive for this week at least.
Well, my positive is just that, we're doing this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I love it when we're out. And Fitzy, you had already mentioned we usually do press releases, articles. We didn't have any. You didn't send any out in the last week. Sounds like we'll get one a little bit later on. We'll talk about that next week. Plus, I don't know, sex offender stuff.
Yeah, not very thankful for those.
Right.
Yeah, that's very positive.
Yeah. But I do want to
What?
share something with you. So, our show's mantra, and both Rallye and I have our shirts on. Fitzy doesn't. He's got his work attire. We have our work attire on.
Yeah, that's right.
About little things make a big difference, right? That's our show's mantra, etc. I have a couple that I wanted to share with you, and this
All right.
seems like pretentious, but it isn't. But it's this wonderful feeling of doing something for someone, not just for them, but honestly, there's kind of a selfish, self-gratifying feeling
Yeah.
when you do something nice for somebody. It kind of makes you feel good. So we have this car. It's a Mercury Grand Marquis. It's like a 2000 or something. We affectionately call it the boat because it's those old. They drive like a boat, right? I mean, it's holy cow. And my dad gifted it to me like 10 years ago. So I didn't have to pay for it, obviously. And it was a few weeks ago, and Drush and I were deciding it's like our third vehicle now. And we don't really drive it. We're going to put it for sale for a couple grand or something. And I remember Brian Cole, because we do those shows with Brian Cole, the Brian Cole stories, etc., the pastor up in at the Oaks in Drummond, Wisconsin. And I just called him and said, hey, could you guys use a vehicle at your church? Anyone? He said, yeah, all the time. So I gifted
go.
our vehicle to Brian Cole, and it felt amazing.
That's awesome.
I know. Oops.
You don't. I mean, that's a big thing that's going to make a big difference. I mean, it's a little thing
Well,
to you,
true.
but you're going to make an impact on many people's lives by the church using that and having that. And it's just a good thing. When we got a van at the Benjamin House, and we have a van now to take people to their appointments, donated by Casey Waters from Casey Waters Real Estate. I mean, she literally said, here's a van. I mean, it was awesome. I mean, and now we can help people move in and out of their houses and do all that. So it's just an awesome thing. Thank you for doing that. You're going to make a big impact in people's lives.
I hope so. And here is more of a little thing that makes a big difference. So I went to the gas station, the Holiday. I go there all the time. It's right next to our house. And it was last Friday, and it was like super packed, like the busiest I've ever seen. And I was just getting milk, so I'm standing in line, like, man, it's taking forever, right? And there's this lady in front of me, an older lady, and she just had a loaf of bread and a 24-pack of water. So I'm thinking, I mean, I don't know, maybe her husband's dead. She's probably using an EBT card or whatever. But either way, so I finally, it was about my turn to get up there. She just finished. I'm like, yeah, you know what? There's an opportunity here. So I said, ma'am, do you want me to, take that water out to your vehicle for you? Because it's not that heavy, but it's awkwardly heavy. And she said, well, thank you, and bless your heart. So I was walking, grabbed the water, I'm walking out, and she said, I just love the people up here. I said, oh, where are you from? She said, I'm from Madison. And I said, oh, well, what are you doing here? And she said, well, we have this, a cabin on Webb Lake, and we're going up there. And then, I get to the vehicles like a Mercedes or something. I'm like, all right, well, I didn't, I was wrong on that one. But still, it felt great. I just took out her water, and that was it.
Yeah. When we were at Dollar Tree, you paid forward for a lady, right? A lady that you knew from your childhood?
Oh, right. Yeah, what was that place called?
Dollar Tree?
Dollar Tree. Okay. So, yeah, I've never been there before. By the way, that place is legit.
Yeah.
You got to get out more.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, Kenneth had to go get a card, a birthday card. And then for his friend going to a party, so then Rallye went with, so the three of us went there. And walking around the store, I'm like, man, this is awesome. So I bought a few things, and then we were standing in line, and there was this lady in front of us, and I know her as Mrs. Potter. Went to church with her. She and her family growing up at Spoon and Wesleyan Church. Haven't seen her like 25 years. And by the way, Mrs. Potter. Remember when, like Fitzy and I, and here's something for you, Rallye, you probably didn't know because it's a different generation. For Fitzy and I, we always call people Mr. or Mrs. in their last name. We never, ever call my first name. And I think partly that's respect, right? That's just how we were kind of raised, and I don't know if that's what everybody should do. That's what we did. So I called her Mrs. Potter even now, but then I was thinking, I don't even think I know her first name. Because there's always, Mr. or Mrs. Anyway, so we're standing in line, and the cashier, there's nobody behind us, and the cashier was kind of like, you could tell, just move along, people. Like, pay for your stuff, and, this isn't like lunch hour and just hanging out. So I'm like, you know what, screw it, just put it all on, I'll pay for it. Which all of our stuff came to like $17. Yeah, if you ever want to pay for somebody's stuff, just go to Dollar Tree or whatever that was called. Because it was stupid cheap, but it was a little thing. Her stuff was probably like $5. And that's it. Little things make a big difference.
And they do. It's amazing.
There you go. All right. Oh, so we already saw Dirk. Thank you, Dirk and Amanda. Good morning. So what are we talking about today?
Amanda, I got your thing. I'm ready to send it out. I'm doing helping Amanda with some kinship things.
Oh,
So
you're blurry again. We got to fix something's going
I'll
on.
have to get a new camera. I don't know what's.
I don't know what's going. We'll figure. I'll come
I got
down
an
sometime.
I got an IT department. I'll call them.
Okay.
Say, it's probably the $20 Logitech camera I got here. Probably could be upgraded now that we're doing this on a full-time basis.
Well, that's weird because usually when we see this, it's not the camera. Usually that is for internet, your connection speed. So that's bizarre because you're like law enforcement. I'm pretty sure you guys have fast internet.
Oh yeah, that's
So you
right.
can look up bad guys stuff fast.
Amanda's in Oklahoma all week. You're right. And did you get there safe? And obviously she had to drive a van, and she was going through a big city. She was all worried. She must have made it there safe. So
Oh, wow. Good for her.
yeah.
Yeah, and offer more. No, sorry. I draw the line there. That's a gigantic thing that will make a very negative difference in Ben's life. So we don't want to do that. All right, so it's been a minute.
Yes.
When Rallye was on last time she came on, she was technically still in 8th grade. Now she's a 9th grader.
Yeah.
And, dumb freshman.
Living the life.
Right. And so she had applied for a job at the library, which you and I totally got, her that job, Fitzy.
There's no question.
Because of our show. Oh, are we listening to scanner stuff?
We're live, yeah. I don't know what's going on. We could go live. This would be live. We missed it. I had it down. If something happens, I'll do it.
Yep.
Let's talk.
So it's been a while, and obviously now she has a job at the library. So first, Rallye, give us an update. How's it going at the library?
It's going really good. I did get the job. I still remember all you guys saying that you would pay Angie to get me the job, but I got the job. It's really nice there. I really like working there because it's a pretty easy job and it's a safe place for a lot of people. There's a bunch of events that they do. Like, I didn't know how many events the library had until I went there. Like, yesterday when I was working, because I work every Monday, there was this Blue party. So it's a kids show called Blue or something, and there were so many people there. I think Miss Angie counted it afterwards, and it came to 157 people. So
at the library?
Yeah, so if you guys are looking for something for your little kids to watch, I guess look for the show Blue, because so many people are there. It was really cool.
What? Blue? Yeah, I'm looking at that. I've never even heard of it.
I've heard of Blue's Clues.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I heard they're bringing that back, by the way. Anyway,
They should.
so what else? What?
We could do Blue's Clues.
Yeah, totally.
We could have a little dog come on our show.
Oh,
Is that the one that had no, I'm thinking Dora the Explorer. The one that's I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
Yeah,
that
that's your
song
Dora the
is stuck in
Explorer.
my head. I hated it.
Now I'm going to be singing that all day.
Yeah, exactly. It drives me nuts. So that's nice. You're at the library making that money.
So what do you do at the library? What is your job?
Mostly what I do is I shelve books. So people return books, or they look at books and they decide they don't want them, so they put them on a cart. So I just wheel the cart around and shelve books, and then either that or I'm up at the front desk helping patrons. And once in a while I answer the phone. I don't really have, this sounds dumb, but I don't really have a lot of experience with answering phones. So I usually, when I do answer the phone, I get kind of nervous about it, but that's the only part of the job that
How do you answer it? Like what?
What
do you want?
No.
And then I grab like this, and I'm so used to it being, I walk around and then I pull it out of the wall.
Right.
Because it's attached. This one's attached.
Oh, sure.
No, anyway.
So how do you answer the phone when you do it now?
You just you pick up the phone and you're like, "Hi, this is Spooner Library. How can I help you?" Just
perfect.
listen to what they have to say and see if you can help them. It's pretty simple.
You need to say "Hi, thanks for calling the Spooner Memorial Library. Have you watched the most recent Ben and Fitzy show?"
That's right. Could you promote us a little bit?
A little. Come on, help us out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You
Happy
ever
Thanksgiving.
play a joke and say Domino's Pizza? Oh.
Yeah. Don't give her idea. No. Let's not. No. Don't listen to Uncle Fitzy.
Right. I just get to return your kids after they get done playing with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, so Shauna just said Happy Thanksgiving. Quickly, or not necessarily quickly, but before we get to, I want to talk about. No kidding. I was joking earlier, but it sounded like I was joking earlier, but I'm actually serious. I wanted to have Fitzy, you talk to Rallye about drugs. Like when you go to schools and, she's a high school, like what does that look like kind of a thing? But Thanksgiving, yeah. So what are you most thankful for this year, Fitzy? I mean, there's tons of things, but give me just something that pops in your head.
Well, obviously, we're always thankful for our family and our health. I mean, I think that's important. And, you never know, when bad things happen, and bad things always happen in my world, in the job that I'm in. And so, you see lives get taken and people pass away and from tragedy and from natural causes and the drugs. I mean, a lot of the overdoses have been tragic lately. So I think you got to hold on to life and enjoy life every day. Even when you're having a bad day, it's a good day because, you're above water. Even though some people think, they're drowning in their stress or their, whatever their problems. It's never that bad. And I think that's what I'm thankful for. And I'm thankful that we get to give that message out on shows like this and other things that I do. I'm very thankful that I get to make a difference. And I think that's important. And I'm very, very thankful for the ability that I'm in this position and I can go make a difference in someone's life.
Mm. What do you think of that answer, Rallye? That was kind of bleh, but I don't know. What do you think?
I think that was a really good answer. That to be thankful for what you can do to help out other people is pretty selfless thing to be thankful for.
Yeah. Again, I don't know why cops are cops or firefighters are firefighters. I don't know why you guys do what you do because it is at times, a lot of times, very thankless. Yeah, thankless kind of a job, and you're just doing it for everybody else.
Except today, McDonald's is buying us lunch today.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
You must be happy. Like cool. McDonald's, we really should get McDonald's and Mountain Dew to sponsor the show because you usually have one of them in front of you.
Yeah. Pineapple flavor today.
Pineapple.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's really good. It's my morning drink because it's pineapple. You're supposed to drink something fruity in the morning. Like Rallye had a banana and I had a pineapple.
No, it's like saying I got my fruit today because I had a strawberry Pop-Tart. That doesn't count.
It says all natural.
Oh my goodness, you're an advertiser's dream come true.
Yeah.
No,
anyway,
it doesn't, Amanda. It does not count as juice. Oh, geez.
I think it says juice on here.
All right, well, that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Rallye? What are you thankful for? And anyone else that is watching, put in the comments, what are you thankful for? Just pick one thing off the top of your head. So go ahead, Rallye.
For me, besides family, Bible study, every Sunday I have Bible study with my grandma on your side and then mom's side. So I get 2 Bible studies every Sunday. So that's one thing that I'm really thankful for. It's definitely shaped who I am. So.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, I find that I'm learning more, or just as much as the kids. Like the whole idea was, for the little kids. Yeah, I kind of find out. I'm like, well, I don't remember that in Sunday school. Like, we seem to gloss over all those parts. Yeah, and you're right. I mean, all of the family is the most important thing, and I think kind of that thing is just I'm very just thankful for my life, for my faith, for my kids, for the show, for friends, for my job. Like seriously, just how many people don't like their jobs? I really like my job, so it isn't just the I get paid to do it. I love it. I absolutely love doing it. So, but the show not all the time.
I want to ask one more question about libraries. Have you ever been to the Rice Lake Library?
It's terrible.
I don't think I have.
Well, when you come there, it'll be one of the best libraries you've been to, and then Spooner can be second best.
Nope.
That's just an ongoing joke that we have.
Nope.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Nope.
I mean, Miss Angie was voted best librarian of the year.
Yeah, I know. That one hurt.
That came on, and she got that after she came on the show with us. Just saying.
Yeah, that's right. Just like
so you get a job and she gets librarian of the year for all Wisconsin.
Yeah, I know, that's it.
And you're both on the show. Just saying.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
All right, so let's talk. So now you're a freshman, Rallye, and I don't remember what it was like being a freshman. That was a few years ago for Fitzy and I. So the biggest difference between 8th grade and ninth grade is what?
Well, I thought it was going to be more different than it is. It's actually pretty similar. It's harder work. You have a little bit more of like personal responsibility, but the teachers help you just as much. I thought they were going to like independence right away. Like when
Yeah.
you get to
Figure it
ninth
out.
grade, you got to do everything by yourself. But like there's this thing called Rails time. It's like a study hour, and teachers can like pull you from your class so you can like get help from them. Like it's not as hard as I thought it would be. So if anyone is watching, I don't know how many kids watch, but if any kids are watching and are nervous about high school, like don't be nervous about it. It's really not that bad.
I remember when you were going into it, you were asking, like, so freshman, what's that like? And you has all these, well, that's just you anyway. Like, you'd like to be prepared for everything. Like, it's, don't overthink it. It's not that different from 8th grade, but you have some
Yeah.
more autonomy, more freedom.
Yeah.
But teachers are still teachers. They're still going to help you.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't have good study habits, then it may be a little tougher.
Yeah.
Like when Kenneth gets to 9th grade. Your brother. Okay. That may be a little different for him. He doesn't have exactly the greatest study habits, but somehow he keeps getting A's and which is
Yeah.
just bizarre.
He just has that kind of brain where he just like gets it, and then he can just.
I know.
Like
Those
my-
people tick me off.
You really help him. That's okay. You can admit it on the show. You help him, and you're carrying him. So you
Yeah.
can admit that.
Oh, and we have had some people chime in on what they're thankful for, including Sean and Freedom and Mindy. Thankful for my faith, family, friends in the show. Well,
Wow, thank you.
that's wonderful, Mindy. Oh, see, bringing out the feels, man. I love it.
That's right.
I love it. So now let's move on to a great topic, drugs.
All right, drugs.
So, Fitzy, when you go to schools and you do a talk, obviously there's a classroom, and I think you've said before that you try to get into a younger age, and I asked Rallye right before the show, when is the last time anyone has kind of come in and talked? And what was it, Rallye? When was the last time? What grade?
Like last time there was like a big thing. It was called Right Track. The police station did it. They came in and talked to us. It was in 6th grade, so it was a
Sixth
while
grade.
ago.
Okay. And Fitzy, do you talk to high school students at all anymore, or is it no, we just want to focus on the younger kids?
No, we're still doing high schools. Now our school resource officers, they get in and talk to some younger kids. But for the most part, it's just I do strictly high school kids. It's just
Perfect.
the relationship you build with middle school kids has to be developed, and that's done by our school resource officers.
Okay. And see, I really haven't sat down and had these conversations about drugs, so I'm letting you do that for me.
Okay.
I mean,
do
what am I
drugs.
supposed to say? I don't know. Rallye, like fentanyl. What? Rallye, when you smoke pot, do you know if there's fentanyl in it?
Yeah.
In
What?
your pot? Yeah, exactly. Like she doesn't.
Yeah.
So, what does this look like when you go and now you have a student here? So, what do you say?
Yeah. First of all, what kids have taught me over the years in law enforcement is to be honest with them. You used to be this, don't do this and don't do that. If you're going to do these are the choices that you're going to live with. The choices you make today affect what happens to you tomorrow. This is your life, you live it. Those are the two of the statements I open up all my talks with. The choices you make today affect what happens to you tomorrow. You can choose to smoke weed, do meth, drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, vape, whatever that is, but you got to live with the consequences. You may get caught, you may not get caught, you may get away with it, but it's a ticket, it's scholarships, it's fines, it's athletic code violations, it's suspension from school. It's all of those things are realities that are what's going to happen to you, besides the health things that we really don't talk a lot about. But we also then educate them on what it looks like. This is what you use to smoke it. It's not to teach you how to use to smoke it. It's if Rallye goes to a house and there's a glass pipe laying on the counter, she knows to get out. Where if we didn't show her that this is what's used, that what meth is smoked in, when she goes to someone's house, she may not pay any attention to it, but she's going to know that's used to smoke drugs, and I don't want to be around drugs, so I can make the choice in my life to exit that house or stay in it and do whatever. But we've got to let these kids make choices. As she said, they're more independent in high school. That is 100% accurate. There's a lot more freedom, and it's the choices you make to affect what happens to you tomorrow. So that's how we teach it and what we do in our schools, and we're very honest with them, because there's kids getting away with it. I mean, kids get away with it. Adults get away with it. We just arrested a guy for drunk driving that caused an accident last night at 4:30 in the afternoon. You know, and that's just, he might have got away with it, but he didn't, and he didn't hurt anybody. He didn't hurt himself, but he got arrested at 20 years old yesterday for drinking and driving at 5 o'clock at night. That's not okay with me, because that's when my kids and your kids and our families are out on the road. We're not out at 2 a.m. But at 5 p.m., I have a problem with that. I have a problem with it all the time. But that's, to me, that time of day is a lot more dangerous driving drunk than it is at 2:30 in the morning. So, that's what we're in.
Rallye, do you see? Okay, so I don't need names or snitching anyone. Yeah. That's a whole other thing. Yeah. But do you see
offline
or hear? Right? Do you hear about people like, well, they're a pothead, or they're a hippie, or whatever it is that you guys call each other?
Oddly enough, I have heard more about kids using in middle school than I have in high school. And it might just because because I'm a freshman, none of the upperclassmen know me, so why would they talk about that around me? Sure. But I don't know, I haven't really heard anything about it. If
you need different friends.
Well, quit hanging out with us.
Yeah.
But I think she makes a good point, because I think there is a difference, because I would agree with that statement 100%, because in middle school, you all ride the bus, you don't drive cars, you don't ride with friends, you're still in that bus mode or walking to school or whatever you do, and you have the backpack. So hiding things is a lot harder in middle school, and you're also not smart enough to not tell your friend, hey, guess what I did last night? So as they grow, and girls are a lot smarter than boys, we've talked about that on the show, yes. And that's pretty obvious here.
Yeah.
But it's but in high school you get more independence, you ride in cars more, you get a car, you get a license, so it's easier to keep some of that stuff to yourself. And so I think you're exactly right. You're going to see and hear it more in middle school as a whole, and then it's going to be very friend specific in high school.
I never would have thought that. I mean, now that you explain it, it makes sense. But I just assumed that she'd be seeing a lot more often in high school than in middle school. But clearly, I'm wrong. So not a lot of drugs. But I'm sure they're around.
Every
right?
High school has marijuana. There's no question. Now, I think the meth and the fentanyl, and we haven't even gone to fentanyl yet in our high schools, and we're going to start in actually next month. I'll speak in Rice Lake on it. But so it's marijuana in all of our high schools. Every high school has marijuana in it, or somebody's using marijuana in our high schools, and it's more and our kids more do it in the vaping sense. Again, we teach our kids, know what someone hands you. You might smoke cigarettes or vape, but now people are starting to put marijuana, methamphetamine in those vapes. So when someone says, hey, do you want to vape? And you say, yeah, realize that you might not be just doing tobacco. It might be a drug of some sort. So know what someone's handing you. That's what we teach them.
What would you say to a ninth grader, in this case, Rallye? How do you describe fentanyl? Without going, that's a whole thing. But what is fentanyl? How would you explain that to a 14-year-old?
It's a drug in itself, but it's what we're seeing mixed into drugs to make it harder, to make it more powerful. That's how I would describe fentanyl to someone. But I would also describe it that I can smoke this much meth today. I can smoke a whole pile of it. But if I take granules of fentanyl, I can die. So too much of this can kill me instantly.
And a lot of these people, you've talked before, a lot of these people don't even know. Well, I should say a lot. There are times or whatever, I don't know what percentage or frequency that they don't know. So they're maybe buying what they think is I want to say harmless drug, but a drug that isn't like meth or something, like marijuana, whatever, and don't realize that stuff is in it, and that could kill them. Yep. So you have that to look forward to, Rallye. So don't do drugs. Drugs are bad, okay?
Yeah, don't do drugs. That one's simple. You don't have to worry as a dad. That's good. And I don't have to worry as a dad, because I've talked to my kids, and that's what parents can do, is have conversations Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, is called Blackout Wednesday. It's the first time a lot of these kids from college are home, and there's a lot of alcohol. Everybody's happy, kids are home, and there's a lot of alcohol that flows, and a lot of people go to the bars. A lot of people have turned 20 to 21 while they're at college. They come home, they're with their friends, they enjoy that, and there's a lot of drinking that goes on because no one has to work Thursday morning. We don't have to go to lunch till noon, so I can sleep in. But it's a very heavy drinking night of the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and so we're talking about that. I'm doing a show after this. I'm going on the radio tomorrow to talk about that because making people aware of it and talking about it, like, hey, go out tonight, son, daughter. You come home from college, go be with your friends. Call me for a ride, or don't drink, or let's have an escape plan. What do we always talk about?
An exit strategy, right?
Exit strategy. We've got to set that ahead of time. Set it now, set it tomorrow before the kids come home. You've got to have that exit strategy. You want everybody to be there Thanksgiving morning. You want your family to be together. You don't want someone to have been arrested, got in an accident, something bad like this. So we got to talk about that. And that's what parents can do, is talk about these topics of drugs and alcohol with their kids, because that's when this is the conversation we want to have with kids. So.
Yeah. So I didn't know that about Blackout
Yeah.
Wednesday.
I've never heard of that before.
So, Rallye, you're not going anywhere tomorrow night.
That's right.
You're grounded. You're staying home.
Yeah.
Staying in your room. And by the way, Fitzy, is that one of those things, like if you got arrested on a Wednesday night, do you stay in jail? It's kind of like the weekend thing where if Thanksgiving, Thursday, I'm not saying like everything's closed, but it's Thanksgiving. Is that kind of like that too? That you have to stay there until Friday?
Friday, sometimes Monday, and because they're not going to do any big cases on Friday either. So
can you imagine that? Not being spending your Thanksgiving in jail?
Right.
That would not be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we should do something nice for him. We should take him like a turkey or something. I'm
I'm
not going to reward them.
Yeah.
No.
We do give them, I think they do have a turkey dinner on Thanksgiving, the people in jail. There's still people too, and we do treat them with respect. And so...
yeah, that is a good question. How did fentanyl become so easy to get?
All of our fentanyl comes over the Mexican border through Minneapolis, and you buy it just like you buy meth right now. How and why? That it's a border thing we've got to take care of, and I don't know. It's got into with the meth. The meth needs to get stronger, so they're mixing it, and now they're doing fentanyl straight, which is very, very deadly.
Holy cow, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's very stupid. So.
Yep. So Rallye, don't do fentanyl or drugs or of any kind. Just stay away. Yeah. Just don't ever leave the house. Just do what I do. Just stay home.
Just stay in the house. Just
be like your dad.
On forever quarantine.
So how about some positive things that are going on in high school, Rallye?
Well, one positive thing is Link Crew. So there's like this group of upperclassmen specifically for like helping set up pep rallies and helping out the freshmen. Like from day one, they've been like checking in with us and like doing like activities with us to like help us know our way around school. I thought that was so cool. Like I wasn't expecting that when I came. That's the biggest thing about high school. Like I'd been told that, people are going to call you like a stupid freshman, like they're not, but either the upperclassmen ignore you or they're nice to you. Like that's all I've experienced so far. Like if you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you. So that was really cool to experience.
Wow. Yeah, that was way different.
Yeah, you walk up to the biggest bully and punch him
in the face. That's what you do.
Don't do that. No kids should do that. Now we're going to be quoted on CNN.
Advocating for violence. Yeah, no, but that's also like a mentorship program. Not program, but
it's awesome.
Yeah.
I bet they don't do that in any Barron County schools.
Yeah, obviously you've never been to Rice Lake. I think we have that program. If not, we're starting it right now.
We're starting it right now. What else? Give us another positive.
Another positive would be all of the clubs. So, like I talked about Rails Time, you can also be in a club during Rails Time. So it's kind of like high five or after school for the middle school. It's just in the school day. So, I mean, there's a D&D club. There's treble choir, men's choir, FCA, which stands for Fellow Christian Athletes. It's a Bible study. I joined that. That was really cool to like be able to do it during school, like fellowship and everything. So that's another positive is all the clubs that are available because like there's something for everyone.
So hold on. So there's a lot of positive junk here. You're seriously bullying? You don't really see a lot of bullying?
Not really. In high school, like what I've observed so far is that everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Like
Huh.
the closest thing to bullying I've seen is like teasing, but it's everyone's really friendly, kind of like how you talked about your senior year, where everybody kind of
Yeah.
stopped being.
Yeah, the second semester of senior year was like the greatest semester ever because everyone's checked out, right?
Yeah,
Like we are, and we all like if any beefs that we've had with each other over 13 years of all going to school together, nobody cares anymore. It was just this weird thing after we came back from the holiday break in the second semester senior year. Everyone was just like great friends. There was no cliques, there was nothing. I don't know why. It just kind of happened that way.
And I think schools have changed over the years, and we've gotten them so involved in a lot of different things, and they've created more friendships and these clubs and everything that you're talking about. I mean, it's just an amazing what our high schools do, our school systems do.
yeah,
Thankfully, our teachers do a lot of that extra time on their own, and they get paid very little to be a coach or to be a club, monitor, and so hats go out thankful for our teachers and all they do after school and before school for these kids to make a difference in their lives.
That's a good point because well, I mean, first of all, we talk about teachers should get paid more, excuse me, etc. And of course they should, but so should cops, so should fire, so should everybody at this point. But that is something that they kind of get screwed on. Is the when they volunteer, like again, like a coach or it's I'm sorry, you're getting paid what? And that's a big commitment
Right.
of time and energy and effort, and they really don't get paid much for all the extra stuff, not just being the teacher part, which again, that's a whole other thing. But that means nobody really wants to do those, and the ones that do, man, that's where it's at.
Right.
I don't know how, or I'm assuming it just comes out of the budget or something, but that'd be nice to see those people getting paid a little bit more.
Right. And
yeah,
coaches have to deal with so much, and as parents, I mean, it's playing time and all this stuff and entitlement of these kids. And some kids are really good, some kids are average, and then these good kids, these parents want their kids to play more. And I understand it, I get it, and it's tough to get. I think a high school varsity coach gets $2,500 or $3,000. I don't know. It's
I
not
know.
very much money for a season, and it's 24/7. I mean, they do a lot for these kids, and they really impact their lives. So I'm thankful for all of our coaches. I tell our coaches that every year at our banquet, our coaches banquet. I'm part of the Booster Club here in Rice Lake, and we owe it to our coaches to treat them a little bit better. And I thank them for what they do.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like Rallye, all of 14. If you divide it up by hours, she's probably making more per hour than some of these coaches are when they look
Right.
at it.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Right.
ridiculous.
yeah,
You take 3,000 an hour and divide it. Also, like mayors. Well, that's a little different. But if there's like a really active and engaged and great mayor,
Right.
it's kind of silly how much it is. Oh, looks like we must be almost up against our time because Dirk Miller has given us the weather update. Will it be warmer this week? Highs well in the 30s. Oh,
Wow. Well, into
oh,
30.
yeah. Oh, hey, all right.
Yeah,
No snow coming?
Stay off the ice. He makes a good point. The ice is not safe, and if it gets to be 40, the ice we do have is not. We put a thing on Facebook yesterday about the ice thickness and how much ice it takes. But there was ice fishermen out already.
yeah. I saw some the other day. They were just out there fishing, like
uh,
standing on the ice, and I was like, it looks so thin. Like there are some parts where you could see the water still. Like,
I agree.
Yep, see?
So,
Nothing good happens outside, Rally. Never go
Yeah.
outside.
What's this event you're going to this afternoon at the Family Resource Center?
so it's like it. There's gonna be tacos and games. I think it's.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I
no
don't
kidding.
know like a whole
Holy cow.
lot about it. I just saw it and I'm like, I want to come because it involves city and it sounds like a pretty positive thing. It sounds like they worked on it, so I just wanted to come and see it. I saw them at the dock actually. I was hanging out with a friend yesterday and I saw like the city group just at the dock and I was like, oh hi, because I didn't know they were gonna be there. So
What was the city group again?
um, so city is a group of kids and a couple of like mental health professionals, and they're working on like teaching kids about drugs and like alcohol and just kind of seeing how they can help with that. There's like the leadership program that I talked about last time I was
Yep.
on the show.
Yep.
That's kind of linked to it in the summer. So it's a group that's just kind of making a positive impact.
You're so weird. Like, seriously.
You're so normal. It's been nice talking to someone so normal on the show. We need Dave Wilson on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know where he's probably out hunting.
Probably is.
Yeah, but going back to the ice thing, I've never. Yeah, that seems a little, silly.
A
You
little
can see
early,
water.
but people love it, and it's safe to walk. It's somewhat safe to walk on. You only need like 2 inches of ice to walk on, and so it's. But I wouldn't do it. I don't drive out there unless there's a semi out there ahead of me, I think.
Yeah, it's just not worth the risk, man. No, thank you. All right, so what do we have coming up for everybody? So it sounds like we already know what Rally's doing today. What about you, Fitz? What do you have coming up this week? And also, so tomorrow night is Blackout. No, this isn't an event, by the way. It's not an event. Don't go to this. But
Don't take part in it.
Blackout Wednesday, where there'll be a whole bunch of potential drunk people out. So,
Right.
try to not be out if you don't want to be around that.
Just don't drink and drive. That's all.
That's just it. Like, we've never said don't go to a bar or
Right.
don't drink. That's fine. As long as you're of
Go
legal
out, be with
age,
your
you go
friends.
right ahead.
Right.
Just have an exit strategy, because you're not going to make a good decision on whether to drive or not when you've already, had a few. Just
Right.
make the
Yeah.
decision first.
Yep.
And have your exit strategy. But for the rest of us that don't go out and drive if you don't, I'm just saying, be at a heightened alert. And that's not even sarcastic, right? That's like serious. Just be a little more aware tomorrow night.
Please, thank
If you guys have a name for it, it's a thing.
Right, and it's a true thing. I mean, and I get it. Everybody's happy to see their kids, and
Yeah.
I understand it.
Yeah,
So
not me.
um,
I have to see the kids.
yeah, I'm stuck with them all week because they're home at school.
That's why Rally's on this morning. Well, we're not learning anything. I don't know. Come on the show.
She can teach us finally.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to Chicago.
What?
Chase has got some hockey games in Chicago over the weekend, and so I'm traveling on Thanksgiving, and we'll figure out where to eat and be together.
Oh, I can tell you. Ed DeBevick's. Where you stay? Well, we'll talk offline because our family's from Chicago. So we go there. Used to go there all the time. That's a good one. Al's Beef. You got to go to Al's Beef.
I'll be on the outskirts of Chicago. So,
Like in the suburbs?
I don't know exactly where.
All right, we'll have to talk about it later. I can give you a bunch of places to eat, but you definitely have to go to.
Okay.
Hunting. Any accident? I saw we put up a post. I was from DNR, about 11-year-old that had died, but that was not in our area. Some other county in Wisconsin. But so far, hunting.
0 and 0. We're done great. I don't know how the hunting's been. Hopefully, everybody's got their big deer, so we don't have car deer accidents. Get them all. Go get them all.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, and I don't know what we're doing for Thanksgiving. I'll just listen to the boss. And she tells me what to do. I'll probably have to shower that morning. I hate holidays and having friends over and family.
It's going to be pretty small. It's just going to be grandma and our sister Anna that's coming up. All of us in the house. Yeah.
Oh, good. See? Small crowd. Because I think we're all getting together for Christmas. So this Thanksgiving, everyone's kind of doing their own thing for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then all getting together at Grandpa's house on Christmas, which he already is not happy about. Yeah.
He'll have to get over it.
Yeah, as soon as everybody shows up, it's already time to go. Because he does not like having people in the house, including his whole family. It's just fantastic. I mean, he says it jokingly, but I really think he means it. All right.
I'm coming this year now.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, bring the dogs, too.
Oh, my goodness.
He hates animals in the house. All right, cool. Fitzy, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about that we didn't get a chance to talk about, or anything else? Last words?
I don't think so. I think just thank you for everybody that continues to watch this show, continues to support law enforcement. Thankful for all of you, and just have a blessed Thanksgiving.
All right, Rallye, how about you? Any last words?
Yeah, just have a good Thanksgiving. It was really fun being on the show again. That's pretty much it.
Microphone dropped. I'm out.
That's right.
I gotta go. And also, thank you, Rallye, for coming on. I mean, as a 14-year-old, that's not not everybody. Like Kenneth, I've asked him to come on. Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Is he even up yet?
Exactly, you get it. So thanks, Rallye, for coming on. And Fitzy, as always, thank you for doing this. I don't know what number we're on, like 116, 117th show. Thank you. I don't know how much of a difference this makes anyone's life. Hopefully you just get a couple of smiles. And sometimes people learn things if we have something like that. Most times, maybe not. But I certainly appreciate these shows, man. And that is something I'm very thankful for. Because not all the guests that I have on the other shows that I really enjoy doing. Just saying, sometimes. But I always love doing this show.
Thanks to our sponsors and Professional Exteriors and the Lakes team and everybody else. Who else is our sponsor? Yeah.
Industrial safety and safety. Anytime Rallye and speaking of which, in November I should probably contact all of our sponsors, see if they're still going to do that next year.
Yeah.
We're going to triple their pricing. All their prices we're going to triple it.
That's right.
Right.
Because now we get people jobs when they go on the show. We get
Very
awards for people.
Yo.
People get elected.
For DrydenWire.com, I'm Ben Dryden, and you've been watching Positive Tuesday with Ben and Fitzy, presented by Professional Exteriors and Interiors. With nearly 20 years of experience, this locally owned and operated business provides quality work both on the inside and on the outside of your home or business. So give them a call today. The number's right there on the screen, 715-520-2271. Special thank you to our guest today, my daughter, Rallye. The three of us are wishing all of you a safe and happy Thanksgiving this week, and Fitzy and I will be back next Tuesday for our latest Positive Tuesday with Ben and Fitzy show. So until then, thank you for watching, and as always, have a blessed day.